Hello everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to plant these fruit plants in the world like this. I can plant them like this, so anywhere I want I can move around the world also while we are in the planting mode. So let's go over here and place this plant here. So like this we can plant, and after that we will be able to collect this grown fruits as well. Our inventory is full. Let's drop few items and we can collect again here. Okay, so they are working. Even if I plant in the runtime, the fruit is also growing and we can pick them up as well. So let's see how to do this. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support. Right, so my plan is to add seeds to the inventory like this. When I go there, just like these fruits, I will have seeds as items. So when I select one of the seeds, there will be two options like drop and plant. When I press plant, the inventory should be closed and I should get a way to plant the whatever the selected plant according to the selected seed here. So right, so before working on that inventory part, let's just implement the mechanism part required for the planting process. So for now I'll just use something a key like P, and some one of these plants will appear for planting. Okay, but how can we do that? First, let's open the third person character and under the camera let's add a scene component. Move it like this. Let's call it plant point, and just for testing let's add one of the plant. Where do we have it? Blueprints, attach it and see how it looks. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it is like this, where we need to move it further. It's not visible because it's directly behind the character. Right, it was not overlapping with the character, it was behind the character. So distance, this would be good enough. Let's add some offset like this, so we should be able to see that. Okay. Now it should not be visible by default, so I'll delete that. And in the event graph, let's add a new action. No, just for testing, let's use P, key event. Oh, deselect this plant point and press P. Now we should get the key event. Yeah. Okay. Now when I press P, let me collapse this part, planting. Create actor, spawn actor from class. As the actor, I'll use plant A. And let's go to this class, and here do we have an interface? No, we have interactable. Okay, then let's add a new interface for to handle stuff related to planting. Blueprint interface, PPI plant. Let's call this enable planting mode. Here as an input, I need to give this plant point. This is a scene component. So as an input, I'll give scene component. Let's call it plant point. And to this created actor, let's enable plant in mode. As the plant point, I'll give this reference. Okay, now in the BPI plant, I'll add another function. So when I release the button P, the plant should be planted and fixed in whatever the current position. So place plant, right, and let's promote this to a variable plant. and instead of this, let's use this. And when we release, let's first do a is valid check for this plant. Actually this should be an actor because it could be anything, any type of plant, so I'll use it as an actor reference. That would make things easier in future. If we have a valid plant, let's call place plant like this. We need spawn transform, so for that get the plant point, get world location. Let's use it. Right now actually nothing would happen yet, only the plant would be spawned like that. See? Okay, now the next thing is let's implement this BPI plant interface on the fruit plant. BPI plant. Let's collapse these. So comment, no, let's collapse this. Redraw. What is this? Interaction. Okay, now planting. Enable planting mode. So here I'll promote this plant point to variable plant point, and let's have another we can have another boolean variable, but to detect if we are in the plant point, we could use this variable as well, maybe with the is valid node. But anyway, I'll add a new variable, planting mode. By default it would be false. Set planting mode to true. And in the tick, let's have a branch with the planting mode, the reroute node, connect like this. And let's collapse this part. Planting. So if it is false, just escape this. If it is true, get the plant point and then we have to do a line trace. Oh, by channel. Get word, because we need to place the plant on the ground only, so we need to detect where the ground is. Get world location and use it. No, let's add a vector, start tracing like 100 units above, and another vector, this should be the endpoint, minus let's say 200 units below. Right, now if we have a valid hit, break the hit results, and from this we can access impact location. So we can set location set actor location of this object, this plant, on that hit point, like this, right? And we can add a sequence like this and exit, so we don't have to worry about what's going on after this part. Alright, now let's see, press P. Now as you can see, plant is moving on the ground, and when I release P, nothing happens. That's because I did not implement place plant yet. So place plant event, let's implement it now. Well, here all I have to do is set plant in mode to false. Okay, remove it. Now it is there, see, and I would be able to pick up fruits in a while, but maybe not yet, because we have to connect this with the plant manager as well. Yeah, I think so. Oh, actually we can temporarily fix it by calling regrow fruit. I think it should work. Let's see. Let's wait for a while and see if the fruit grows. Yeah, it is growing, see. Now once it is fully grown, we should be able to pick up. Inventory full. Okay, let's drop few items, and okay, now I can collect it. Alright, that's cool. So what's next? And as you can see here, when even if I save the game and restart, this plant will not persist. Let me save the game by sleeping. Some dogs are fighting outside. I hope you don't mind. Okay, now I stop the game. Now let's restart. Wait, what happened? Okay, see, that plant is not there. That's because we haven't connected it with the plant manager. Right, so before dealing with that, let's I think it would be better if we have some different material when we are in the planting mode. So it's in the foliage material. Let's see. Right, let's add some emission to this. And test. So to preview that mesh, instead of this ball, this is sphere, I'll select this plant here, and in the foliage material select this mug like object. Oh, here we can't preview properly because the textures are wrong, so I'll reset it. Okay, anyway, let's promote to parameter, add a emissive color, like this, multiply it with some parameter. Let's add as the color, let's select red. As the parameter, let's add a sign so that we can have some variation. I'll connect time. See, okay, if I apply this, you'll see it is like this. Maybe we should change instead of red, something like yellow. Yeah, that's better. And now we should do this only when we are in the planting mode. So switch. Yeah, we can add a switch. Static switch. No. Switch. Static switch parameter, right? If it is true, I will connect this. If it is false, I will connect. Actually, we don't need any emission, so emission should be 0. So this parameter I'll name planting mode. Okay, apply. And here, if I enable the planting mode for this ink plant, it should start blinking. See, well, does static mean we can't change this in the runtime? I'm not sure. Do we have any other switch type of switch parameters? No. Okay, let's try and see. Now in the planting mode, get the plant mesh and set parameter. Wait, how to change it? Yeah, maybe we can't change it in the runtime. We can only change scalar parameter values and vector parameter values. Right, so then instead of doing a switch like this, we can multiply this with another parameter, scalar parameter. So let's call it in emissive now plant emissive multiplier. Yeah, I'll copy this parameter name and in here set scalar parameter value, emissive multiplier, set it to 1. Now when I place the plant, I'll set it back to 0 like this. Okay, actually it would be better if this is more like transparent. Place it. Now it is there. Okay, but we can improve the material later on. For now I just want to give some difference to that. Okay, but we can try like adding a multiplier here. We can speed up this process, the frequency like this. Let's try 5. Let's wait. Okay, shaders are compiled. That's too much. But maybe 2. Right, let's see. Okay, so it is working. Let's go here. If we want to place it somewhere else, we can just move and place like that. Alright, so I'm gonna, and here the foot has already grown in entry 4. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to stop this episode right here. So after later on I want to work on how to make these newly planted trees, the plants, fruit plants, persist on the level and also I need to work on some item like seeds, so that only when we have seeds in the inventory we should be able to select the seed, and we should be able to plant them in the world. So yeah, that's the way forward regarding this part. Right, so thanks for watching. So if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. Also, if you remember, you can download the project files of this project. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.